Hello guys, today we have a pretty stacked lobby here, pretty stacked teams, very interesting game on our hands on Supreme Strait. And first off, I really want to thank you all for supporting me, giving me tips on how to improve my content, just how to improve my commentary overall. And I'm really happy. Thank you so much guys, and I will do my best to live up to your expectations. So the teams will be Mom's Boy Toys, Spoder Friend, Blackwater, Firepluck, Hawks, Pama Bama, the Great Kaka Consumer. Let's not get into what Kaka means. Kaiserix, Rebel Node, the second team, Rebel Node, Dave TB, Professor Bar, Zarks, John Hunter, Moz, Mike Nader. I love my cookies. So this game um, is gonna have a lot of mixed strategies. At least on this map, I've seen a lot of strategies going on here. There's going to be a lot of hovercraft, I imagine. There could even be a commander transfer to these geothermal plants. That is an interesting strategy I saw yesterday. Just sorry, not teleporting. Flying your commanders over here with the transport aircraft, building some labs here, either vehicle or bot labs, and just attacking your opponents from this side here without their line of sight, because why would you have line of sight here early on? The front line is going to be the Great Cocker Consumer and Hawks 2 against Mike Nader and Professor Bar. So Mike Nader and Professor Bar opted for vehicle bot mix-up, which is fine. Same thing goes for Hawks. Actually, no. Hawks and Cocker Consumer both want vehicles. Blackwater, usually on the water, as we keep seeing him there. Gonna go up against Dave TB, who is getting there a bit late. Blackwater, pretty experienced in any form of play. He's gonna get these constructors out and starts making dolphins as soon as possible. If you're in this position, this one and this one on the water, you should construct units as soon as possible and try to get the control over water, so that your opponent just cannot go out there, has smaller place to work with, cannot even get to the coastline. As we see Spoder Friend here, he is going to make his shipyard, but at the same time we have I Love My Cookies getting his ships already there into position. Commander can use his laser from under the water. What we've seen, he cannot use the D-gun, but will he be able to? He will be able to scare these dolphins away, as they do not have a way to hit the commander underwater, but that is if the commander is underwater. Blackwater getting some of his dolphins ready to go out. We have the frontliners set up here. Professor Bar getting there a bit late, just making sure to get the metal extractors. See how the fight is ensuing on mid. We have some blitzes going up against fiends. Sorry, not fiends, grunts. Regular, just mid lane fighting. Cock Consumer making sure to get these metal extractors up before any fight comes in. Professor Bar recycling the stones and ferns on the shore, which indeed has a lot of metal and energy, around 1200 there. That is a lot of resources. Teams usually fight to claim that. We have Spoder taking care of the dolphins sent out by I Love My Cookies, and just making sure to construct his shipyard as soon as possible. We have some more dolphins coming in, but I do not think that will be a problem for him. Mom's Boy Toy, he was pretty good yesterday. I mean, he usually is. There's a unusual strategy that I keep seeing from him. It's just a lot of raids, and I don't know how I would call this role. Maybe it would be a mix-up strategist. Yeah, don't call me out. Here, listen. Hear me out. He played pretty good yesterday on Hades Ponds. He managed to make a seaplane platform, get a lot of gunships, almost completely destroyed two teams. I mean, get him out of the game pretty much. And he just changed his strategy. Stopped producing seaplanes, recycled, or just reclaimed the platform, and went into another strategy. He's very good in raiding, very good overall with anything that he picks up. And he has a lot of flexibility when it comes to these strategies. We're going to keep an eye on that. Maybe he has something ready for this game. Professor Bar and Hawks 2 going at it on this mid lane. Just repairing turrets and hoping for the best, but Hawks' turret prevails, and he starts getting forward, trying to pick up more ground here. Pama Bama and Great Cock Consumer. We have three commanders here for the northern team in the front line. Mom's Boy Toy not opting to detonate his commander, going for it just now. Gonna take that 2000 metal and go for aircraft. We have a transport. Not sure if we're gonna. Okay, so he has T2 constructor coming from Fireplug. Probably some strats going on. We're gonna keep an eye on that. Blackwater. Just scouting the beach of Dave TB, making sure there's no units that he's missing out that went through to the sides or anything like that. He's already making these metal extractors, taking it from the enemy team. The longer they stay up, the more value they have. Spoder friend already making his geothermal. Let's see how mid is going. Just back and forth fights. Got a Whistler here from Mike Nader. Hawks getting his commander pretty low just to get that turret destroyed from Professor Barr. Not sure if that was the best course of action, but he is able to get him out of the zone of fire and probably gonna try and heal him up. Meanwhile, we have a constructor here from Blackwater. Okay, he's probably been given... No, actually, he just sent him there. Not sure why. But in any case, there's going to be a fight here in the water. Blackwater already has a destroyer here at the ready, so he's going to be able to counter these eel submarines. Although if these eels get this vision and the construction ship, should be able to get it back just in time. And the Dolphins just staying away from conflict as they would lose that fight against the destroyer. Some of Pamabama's blitzes managed to get through and are pushing through, looking to do eco damage against Professor Barr. Doing a lot of damage right now. Those grave robbers are going to go down. Probably a lot of this. They can even manage to destroy this vehicle plant. This could be catastrophic for Professor Barr. He might need some time to recover. Yep, this vehicle plant indeed is going to go down. He has a grave robber here at the ready, just ready to resurrect the vehicle plant. And these blitzes managed to do some damage, but Professor is going to need to move his commander from the front line just to recover from this loss. We have some ships from Spoderfriend trying to get rid of these LSRs, or maybe just go through them because more are on the way. He's actually dealing with some subs back at home. And Zark's already on the island setting up his economy there. Spoderfriend has a lot of these ships that went through. He may be able to destroy this production from I Love My Cookies. Some LSRs going through from I Love My Cookies as well. They might be able to destroy this, but we have Spoder's commander. Not sure if he will be able to do anything to begin with, but all these tidal generators are going to go down. I Love My Cookies is going to be pretty low on energy. Won't be able to do much until he gets his energy back up. That is a pretty good and successful raid from Spoder, but he's in danger here as his commander is pretty low. Gonna try and repair the shipyard. Has these skaters, some of the Dolphins here. Finally got a Corsair out, which is gonna be a big threat for these LSRs. And his Dolphins are still up and kicking, getting rid of some of the Navy from I Love My Cookies. He will need to get a reclaim ship up, since there is a lot of this metal here in the water. 1300. He should fight and claim that. We have some units flowing through from the Great Kaka and Kaiser X as well. A lot of these units on the front line putting pressure, trying to go through, trying to flow through. But these tanks just putting a stop to that. Tanks of Moz. We have bombers already from Mom's Boy Toy, and that is actually quite a few bombers. That is 14 bombers. Going to try and destroy Professor Barr. Yet again, we do not have anti-air from Professor Barr. These planes are just going to keep doing damage until he constructs some anti-air. Maybe he even starts going for the other players. Yep, that is exactly what he does. He sees a tier 2 bot lab. Those planes do not do that much damage, but if they stack up, this damage could be considerable. Still trying to bomb the T2 lab. It almost goes down. Maybe he gets one more bombing run. Yep, there we go, and it goes down. That is a pretty good and very successful bombing run from Mom's Boy Toy. 14 bombers, 12 or 14 bombers, not sure, but that was pretty successful. We still have trouble with these bombers. They can still do some damage, but we have fighters coming from Rebel Node, just getting rid of the rest of the bombers. But Zark's economy has been slowed down drastically. Still has this island position, but question is, will he be able to come back? His commander is too far away. Still has the constructors, and has the Lazarus. He will be able to reclaim that bot factory. Not reclaim, actually, sorry, just resurrect it. Commander Explosion from Mike Nader. He loses his front line, and blitzes start flowing in. They will do considerable damage. They're still uncontested. I mean, slightly contested by these stouts. He has a light sentry turret, but that is pretty much it. Januses start coming in. That is a lot of damage per rocket. And Mike Nader completely losing his base, completely losing front line. Moz needs to build units and needs to keep building units fast. He needs to stem this bleeding of units coming from the front line. That was a very good decision from the northern team to put 3 commanders in the front line and just keep constructing units so they can open up this mid and make short work of these players. Very, very good job from Mom's Boy Toy as well with these bombers. That's going to cripple Zarx. It's going to make him unable to construct troops to help his team. And we just have a lot of raids going on here. Moz, he should start getting his commander in front. He's just not moving him. Not sure what is going on with him there. D-guns, first one misses, second one lands, but we still have a lot of tanks and a lot of artillery flowing through. This could be a finished game already. 11 minutes and extreme amount of damage already being done to the southern team. It's going to take a lot of time to recover, and the northern team could just claim a lot more ground in mid lane, get these forward positions, and just claim the metal extractors and not give them any room to breathe. Hawks trying to recycle the commander that was gone here, but we still have units flowing through. We still have a lot of damage being done. We have some... Sorry, is John... No, John Hunter is on the other team just trying to destroy these tanks, but the damage just keeps coming in. We have a lot of units already destroyed, but this is catastrophic. They're just going to take up more and more aggressive positions. They will not give them room to breathe. And let's see how water is going. So Blackwater having a lot of these dolphins, trying to put a stop to these dolphins of Dave TB. He has some harpoons, offshore torpedo launchers here at the ready. So that will not make Blackwater's assault and siege of his shipyard that easy. Meanwhile, Spoder having a lot of these dolphins and just some anti-air skaters and patrol boats, light anti-air, closing in on I Love My Cookie's base. His shoreline is in danger as units can just flow through here and slow down his economy drastically, which would be a great problem. But we have some units coming from Rebel Node and John Hunter trying to put a stop to the rest of the units, but we still have blitzes just flowing through the northern side of mid, going and raiding. Moz. Dave could be up next if we do not put a stop to these units. Do we even have a radar? Let me just check real quick. Do we even know the whereabouts of these units? We do, but to only some. We still just see them running around without line of sight. We do not see the commanders. They're forward here. Hawks gets his commander into water just to avoid getting killed. I think Rebel sees this, but I'm not sure if pincers can shoot underwater. He's just moving them there for... Do they have a sonar? Line of sight. Yep, he probably saw it. Most likely saw it. And we see these pincers, Hawks, Pinks, informs that they're moving in. Gonna try and raid, but probably nothing will come out of that as units are still flowing into the south team's base. This is just catastrophic. 4 players almost completely wiped. This is not going to end well for the southern team. In water, meanwhile, we still have a lot of fighting. We have some good ships coming in from Spoder Friend. I believe they're going to try and put a stop to this. Destroyer still not being contested. Shooting these subs with torpedoes. Should be able to survive. Have three destroyers, actually. Blackwater controlling Dave TB's beach completely. There's no way he can push out from here. He's just boxing him in. A lot of units come through from Great Kaka Consumer, and this should be it. Dave TB does not have a coastal base of operations here. Does not have anything. He's just being forced to go into the water where Blackwater is waiting for him, just chipping away at his base. One ship at a time, one building at a time. We have EMP bombers coming out from Rebel Node, trying to do anything he can just to prevent this, to prevent the rest of the raids happening, trying to regain control of their part of the island, but sad to say that this is no longer their part of the island. Units just keep flowing through. We're trying to get vision. They do have a radar, so Pamabama is in danger here. They might even be able to come back from this. Nope, that is not gonna happen. Rebel Node under heavy fire here from Great Kaka Consumer Stouts. He redeemed himself from the last game. Had built 4 nukes, but they had no use whatsoever. To be honest, only just like frontline hits, but that did not do any damage whatsoever. In any case, now he's redeemed himself. A lot of these tanks already in Rebel Node's base. 2 players already left. Sorry, not sure what happened there. Already left for the southern team. They know this is pretty much over. Just planes remain. Rebel Node just goes with the flow. He knows this is pretty much done. This anti-nuke is gonna fall. All this economy is gonna fall, and the next one will be John Hunter. He is making units, but not fast enough. And there we see a forfeit for the south side team. This was a pretty fast game. We did not see any hovercraft, any ballsy commander transports to the geothermals. Pretty much textbook game. Very, very well played from the northern team. And overall, that should be a pretty quick game, despite this being a pretty high rank game. Well, yep, again, thank you so much guys for helping me improve my content. I'll just put more and more effort into every video. Hopefully I'm I lost some awes in there, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying. So thank you so much again guys, and see you in the next one.